Hello, design lovers! Welcome back to the Daily House Ideas, where we transform everyday spaces into extraordinary places. Today, we're diving into a complete farmhouse Halloween tour that celebrates rustic charm meets spooky season magic. If you're ready to infuse your home with cozy autumn vibes, natural textures, and just the right touch of Halloween whimsy, you're in the perfect place. Before we begin this journey through pumpkin-filled rooms and garland-draped corners, please hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss our seasonal decorating adventure. Drop a comment below telling me your favorite Halloween color palette. I can't wait to hear from you. Let's start where your guests' eyes first land, your farmhouse exterior. The key to nailing the authentic farmhouse Halloween look begins with layered textures and natural elements. Stack heirloom pumpkins and gourds in varying sizes along your porch steps, mixing white, orange, and those gorgeous blue-green varieties. Flank your front door with oversized galvanized metal buckets filled with corn stalks and dried wheat bundles. Add a vintage wooden ladder leaning against the siding, draped with buffalo check blankets in black and cream. String Edison bulb lights across the porch overhang for that warm, inviting glow as evening falls. This creates what designers call visual layering, adding depth through multiple elements at different heights. Step inside to an entryway that balances practicality with seasonal beauty. Your mudroom bench or farmhouse console becomes command central for autumn living. Install shaker-style wall hooks painted in matte black, perfect for hanging cozy plaid jackets, and wool hats adorned with small decorative pumpkin pins. Below, range a rustic wooden shoe cabinet topped with a galvanized tray holding mini white pumpkins and eucalyptus sprigs. Lean a large chippy paint mirror against the wall to amplify natural light and make the space feel larger. Layer a jute welcome mat with a smaller happy harvest coir mat on top. Add a ceramic bowl for keys decorated with scattered candy corn and miniature gourds. Your living room should feel like a warm hug wrapped in autumn textures. Start with your foundational pieces, the weathered leather sofa or linen slip-covered sectional, and build your Halloween story from there. Drape chunky knit throws in cream and burnt orange across the arms. Create a statement moment above your fireplace mantle with a garland made from foxful leaves, mini pumpkins, and intertwined fairy lights. On your reclaimed wood coffee table, range a wooden dough bowl filled with velvet pumpkins, pinnacones, and battery-operated candles. This technique, called vignette styling, creates focal points that draw the eye without overwhelming the space. Add mercury glass votives scattered throughout for that subtle sparkle. Let's talk about mastering mantle styling. It's truly an art form in farmhouse design. Begin with symmetry as your foundation, then add organic elements for visual interest. Place matching white ceramic pumpkins on each end as your anchors. Layer in varying heights using vintage candlesticks in brass and black iron, topped with taper candles in deep burgundy. Drape a garland of preserved magnolia leaves and mini pumpkins across the front, letting it cascade naturally rather than hanging too stiffly. Tuck in stems of dried pampas grass for that on-trend textural element. Lean a vintage gather sign in weathered wood against the wall as your centerpiece, creating that collected over time aesthetic farmhouse style celebrates. Your farmhouse dining space deserves a tablescape that celebrates the season's bounty. Start with the foundation, a raw linen table runner in natural beige running down your distressed wood table's center. This creates what we call negative space, allowing the wood's character to shine through. Range a centerpiece using a wooden trough filled with a mix of real and fox pumpkins, interspersed with votives and amber glass holders. Set each place with simple white ironstone plates, topped with smaller salad plates in a subtle plaid pattern. Add copper flatware for warmth and black cloth napkins tied with twine and a small sprig of wheat. This creates layers while maintaining that unfussy, approachable farmhouse aesthetic. Now, let's elevate your dining experience with those curated details that make guests say wow. Consider your lighting fixture above the table. Swap regular bulbs for vintage Edison bulbs that cast that sought-after warm amber glow. On your farmhouse hutch or sideboard, create another vignette moment. Stack white pumpkins of graduating sizes like a tower, surrounded by vintage brass candlesticks at varying heights. Place a galvanized metal tray holding a collection of amber glass bottles filled with single stems of fall foliage. Add a wooden cutting board standing vertically, displaying hand-lettered seasonal quotes. These layers create depth and make your space feel professionally designed while remaining authentically personal and lived in. The kitchen is where farmhouse style truly shines. Especially during Halloween season, your cabinetry provides the perfect backdrop for layered autumn styling. If you have open shelving, a farmhouse staple, style it with purpose. Mix everyday white dishes with seasonal elements like small orange pumpkins tucked between plate stacks and vintage enamelware displaying fall florals. Swap your usual kitchen towels for ones featuring subtle Halloween patterns in muted autumn colors. On your butcher block countertops, create functional vignettes. Near your sink, range a wooden crate holding dish soap in an apothecary-style bottle, a small potted mum in terracotta, and a stack of flour sack towels tied with jute twine. Let's discuss styling around major appliances, often overlooked spaces with huge potential. Your stainless steel refrigerator becomes a backdrop for magnetic moments. Literally. Create a small magnetic chalkboard displaying a hand-drawn pumpkin patch scene or autumn quote. Place a small basket atop the fridge filled with artificial fall foliage that drapes down the side naturally. Run your vintage-style stove. Style your backsplash area. Hang copper pots from a rod above, interspersed with dried herb bundles tied with twine. On your stove top when not in use, place a decorative tray holding your prettiest salt cellar, a small pumpkin, and fresh rosemary in a bud vase. This maintains functionality while adding seasonal beauty. Every farmhouse kitchen needs a dedicated coffee station, and autumn is the perfect time to make yours extra inviting. On your countertop or a small rolling cart, range your small coffee machine as the anchor piece. Surround it with purpose and prettiness. Use a two-tier galvanized stand to organize coffee pods or beans in glass jars topped with chalkboard labels. Add a small wooden sign reading, at first, coffee leaning against the backsplash. Incorporate mini white pumpkins nestled around your sugar bowl and creamer. Hang copper measuring spoons from small hooks underneath cabinets. Include a small vase with wheat stalks or fall foliage. This creates what designers call a functional vignette, beautiful yet entirely practical. Your family room should be the ultimate cozy retreat during Halloween season. This is where comfort meets style in perfect harmony. Range your sectional or sofas to create conversation areas facing your flat-screen TV mounted above a rustic wooden console. The console itself becomes prime decorating real estate. Create symmetrical balance with matching baskets on each and holding cozy blankets in plaid and cable knit patterns. In the center, build a layered display. Start with a stack of vintage books, add a wooden tray holding pumpkins and pine cones, and finish with a lantern housing a battery-operated candle. This rule of three creates visual interest without clutter. Let's perfect the entertainment center styling around your TV. Many worry a television disrupts farmhouse aesthetics, but it's all about thoughtful integration. On floating shelves flanking the TV, create balanced displays. Use the principle of asymmetrical symmetry, not identical items, but equivalent visual weight on each side. Left side, stack 3 vintage suitcases topped with a small pumpkin and trailing eucalyptus. Right side, range a tall hurricane lantern with a collection of small gourds at its base. Below on your console, Hide media equipment in woven baskets with chalkboard labels. Add a garland of full leaves draped casually across the top edge, integrated with string lights for evening ambience. Your multifunctional home office space deserves autumn inspiration too. Transform your small workspace into a productivity haven with seasonal touches. Start with your desk, likely a simple farmhouse-style piece in distressed wood or painted white. On one corner, place a vintage small radio, perhaps in robin's egg blue or cream, adding nostalgic charm and actual function for background music. Your desk organizer can incorporate full elements. Pencil holders filled with wheat stalks alongside pens. Small pumpkins serving as paperweights. Add a unique small desk clock, perhaps a vintage brass piece or weathered farmhouse style, above your desk. Create a fall-inspired inspiration board using a vintage window frame or chicken wire stretched across a wooden frame. Every farmhouse needs a dedicated reading nook, and autumn makes it irresistible. Whether it's a window seat, a cozy armchair, or a small settee, this space should beckon you with a book and warm beverage. Start with your seating. A warm leather chair or slip-covered wingback works beautifully. Pile it with textured throw pillows in autumn patterns like plaid, herringbone, and linen in rust, cream, and charcoal. Drape a chunky knit blanket across the arm. Beside your chair, place a small vintage side table holding a rustic lamp with a linen shade, a stack of your currently reading books topped with a small wet pumpkin, and a ceramic mug ready for tea. Add a jute basket nearby filled with extra throws. Your bedroom becomes an autumn sanctuary with just a few intentional updates. The key is subtlety. You want to sleep peacefully, not be overwhelmed. Start with your bedding foundation. Crisp white sheets topped with a duvet in warm linen or a vintage-inspired quilt in muted autumn colors. Layer with throw pillows in various sizes and textures. Start with larger Euroshims in cream. Add standard pillows in buffalo check. Finish with smaller lumbar pillows in rust velvet. At the foot of your bed, drape a cable knit throw in camel or cream. On your nightstands, keep it simple: a ginger jar lamp, a small stack of books, and one beautiful heirloom pumpkin or a small arrangement of eucalyptus in a ceramic vase. Let's discuss the finishing touches that elevate your bedroom from nice to magazine-worthy. Above your bed, consider a simple garland draped across a wooden beam or mounted board. Nothing too dramatic for this restful space. Use dried eucalyptus, small white pumpkins, and soft fairy lights for gentle ambience. On your dresser, create a curated vignette using a large vintage mirror leaning against the wall as your backdrop. Range a wooden tray holding your jewelry box, a small potted succulent in a terracotta pot, and a vintage brass candlestick. Swap your regular bedroom bench cushion for one in a fall plaid pattern. These small changes create cohesion without commitment, perfect for seasonal decorating. Your farmhouse bathroom deserves Halloween charm too, creating a spa-like experience with autumn touches. At your wasteful, that's the European term for sink basin that's become popular in design circles. Style with intention. Choose a soap dispenser in amber glass or white ceramic with a farmhouse-style pump. Add a small wooden tray holding hand soap, a beeswax candle in a vintage holder, and a tiny vase with a single full stem. Replace regular hand towels with fresh white ones tied with a ribbon in burnt orange. Near your shower, hang eucalyptus bundles from the shower head for an aromatherapy experience. On open shelving, roll towels and intersperse with small decorative pumpkins and natural sponges in woven baskets. Let's not forget the garage. Your farmhouse shouldn't lose its charm the moment you pull in. This space is typically utilitarian, but small touches make it feel cohesive with your home's aesthetic. Install simple shaker-style hooks along the walls for tools, and seasonal items, painting them in classic black. On a workbench or storage shelf, range your gardening supplies in galvanized buckets and vintage wooden crates. Add a burlap banner reading Happy Harvest across storage cabinets. Place a queer doormat at the entrance to your home decorated with pumpkins. Install vintage-style Edison bulb fixtures for warm lighting. Even storage bins can be beautiful. Choose canvas or wooden crate over plastic. These touches extend your farmhouse story seamlessly. Finally, let's step onto your farmhouse patio where outdoor living meets autumn entertaining. This space should feel like an extension of your interior style. Start with your seating, perhaps a vintage porch swing, rocking chairs, or Adirondack chairs in weathered wood or classic white. Add outdoor cushions in weather-resistant fabrics featuring subtle plaids or stripes in autumn colors. Create an outdoor dining area using a reclaimed wood table surrounded by mismatched vintage chairs for that collected look. String Edison bulbs or lantern lights overhead for magical evening ambience. On your table, use a burlap runner topped with a long wooden dough bowl filled with gourds, pumpkins, and full foliage that can withstand outdoor conditions. Beautiful friends, we've journeyed through every corner of the farmhouse, transforming it into an autumn haven that celebrates Halloween with rustic elegance. Remember, farmhouse style is about layering natural textures, embracing imperfection, and creating spaces that feel collected over time rather than decorated all at once. The magic lies in mixing vintage finds with new pieces, functional items with decorative touches, and maintaining that warm, welcoming atmosphere farmhouse living embodies. Start with one room and build from there. You don't need to transform everything overnight. The beauty of seasonal decorating is experimentation and discovering what brings you joy. If you loved this tour, please give this video a thumbs up and share your favorite farmhouse Halloween tip in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to the Daily House Ideas for your weekly dose of design inspiration. We've got so many more seasonal ideas coming your way. Until next time, happy decorating and happy Halloween, farmhouse style.